They say the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, but where's the fun in that? We're trading the Florida sun for the California mountains, but this isn't your average cross-country move. We aren't just driving, we're playing.
Welcome everybody to Life on the Court, the Great Southern Migration. The mission is simple, health, community, and fun. But to keep things interesting, we've added a little game to the journey. Every single day of this trip requires one thing to stay on track. One weird or unusual attraction, or one match on the court.
From the smallest museums to the most haunted spots in the South, we're hunting for stories and seeking out the people who keep us moving. We're kicking things off with some tiny wonders here in Mississippi before heading deep into the heart of Texas to meet the woman who started it all. So grab your paddle and settle in. The game is officially on. After seeing Mississippi's smallest museum, we felt like giants. We didn't have the giant rental truck yet, but we were already starting to think big. We enjoyed the diversion though. It fueled our curiosity and set the tone for the daily game as we left the tiny treasures behind for the ghosts of Vicksburg. Say good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, we're at the McRaven House in Vicksburg, Mississippi. Supposedly the most haunted house in Mississippi. Unfortunately, we are way too early to get in and have a tour, but we'll take this quick video and tell a little bit about the history of the house so we can say we were here. So tag, we got this on our, I don't know if it's a weird thing, but definitely an oddity. We made it out of Vicksburg without any hitchhikers from the afterlife, and now we're headed for Texas. The next stop is a big one. We're pulling into Fort Worth to meet up with the woman who actually introduced us to pickleball. If you think you have an excuse to stay on the couch today, I want you to meet my mom, Helen. Texas sun is out. The court is ready. We've got 3 generations ready to battle it out. But before we dink, I sit down with my mom and my nephew, because as much as this trip is about the move to California, it's really about the people who keep us moving. A video about health would not be complete without talking to this woman. This amazing miracle sitting next to me is my mother, Helen, and she, in 2000, you corrected me, in 2001, was diagnosed with idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis, a mouthful, and given a prognosis of 4 years.
At the most.
At the most.
More than likely less, but at the most.
4 years to live. That was in the year 2000. So, 26 years later,
Here I am.
Here we are. I would say that this woman is a testament to not only positive thinking, but truly being positive. And the story that I remember most is taking her on her bucket list after she was sure that she was dying to Las Vegas. And Moxie, and I was so concerned about her oxygen and whether she had her oxygen and if she could carry it and if she had enough. And she finally said, stop. I'm not going to give this disease another minute of my thought, whether I live 10 minutes or 10 years. So just stop talking about it. And that was the biggest testament to me about your positivity. And I know that the doctor in Las Vegas did a lot to get you into like a drug trial that really helped and everything. But I think the biggest part of your healing was your positive attitude. So how on earth, with a diagnosis of death,
Yes.
the hugest circumstance that anyone could have to overcome, how did you stay that way?
Well, it turned around for me once when I was very ill and I had trouble getting up out of bed. And so when I was able to get out of bed, I just turned the TV on just for the noise. That's all, just to have noise since I was there by myself. There was a motivational speaker, and I've never listened to anything like that. And she said, you are not your disease. You are telling everybody that you are your disease, not your name, but your disease. And so that turned things around. And I started to think about, okay, I am not pulmonary fibrosis. I am Helen Reese.
And you did it. You overcame that. You overcame all of those circumstances. And if you read my book, The Two-Sided Coin, you'll see the other the other huge circumstance that she had to overcome.
Oh yeah.
But now you are 75 years old. Oh, and I do have to say, on her 70th birthday, what did you ask for on your 70th birthday?
You tell me.
She wanted to jump from a plane.
And we did.
And she did. So she went skydiving for her 70th birthday. But and she's on the pickleball court, how many, 3 or 4 times a week?
3 or 4 times a week. Yeah, I try to play a lot. And
hours at a time?
Maybe at the most 3 hours, but from 2.5 to 3 hours I would play with friends.
And so what do you do now at 75 to stay able to play that much on the court?
Well, the main thing is that I work out and be healthy to play pickleball. I do not play pickleball to stay healthy. I stay healthy first and then play pickleball. And so I changed my diet. I'm eating healthy foods. I work out to keep my leg muscles going. And so just having more fun. Now that I can move around a lot, it's just more fun.
Did you hear that word, fun? Because that's our goal here, fun, health, and fun. And so what is your future health goals? What do you have in store for you? What are you looking forward to, or what are you working on for the future?
I'm not really quite sure what's for the future. Just move as much as I can. And so I am concerned about people around me that have dementia. And so it's just kind of, am I going to get dementia? And so I'm looking at ingredients. When I buy groceries, I look at all the ingredients on the packages, make sure it doesn't have chemicals, stuff that's not healthy. And so I just put everything back. I always get everything organic. And that was, just trying to eat right to keep my cognitive in check. So,
well, thank you for being the role model for me, for your grandkids. Like, again, you are a miracle. And I was telling her today that I think she's like a one of those fishing, what's it called, a fishing bobber. Like, you can push her down, but she keeps popping back up, and she's just happy and positive. She's a great listener, and just I aspire to be as active as my mother when I am her age.
Okay.
Okay, you're on.
Okay, so a video about health and fitness also would not be complete without my nephew Jack here, because he has been the biggest athlete that I know of, the nieces and nephews. He's led the charge as far as being an athlete in the family. I think he followed Nana's lead, though. Nana pulled him into the pickleball family, and now he plays pickleball. But I think that's the most introduction that I'll need to do for Jack. I'm going to have him tell you what he does as a young person, the challenges that you've had to overcome as far as health and fitness, and what you're doing now for your health and fitness, and kind of what you aspire for in the future.
All right, first of all, I just need to address the elephant in the room. This is our second take. I was wearing a hat the first time, had to take it off. Excuse my hair. As far as challenges that I've faced in the past, a lot of them are mostly injuries. Because I'm a wrestler, it's a pretty violent sport, especially on the body. I've had a couple knee surgeries and things of that nature. And the biggest thing for me when it comes to injuries is just trying to remain positive, especially through that entire PT process. I know it can be tough not being able to move around. You're not as active. You start getting in your own head. And so just remaining positive and understanding that it's a process, and you have to let your body heal and take the proper time.
And I remember you going to kind of a dark place there and not want, like, his family was literally holding him down on the couch because he wanted to work out so bad.
It's a tough thing whenever being active is such a huge part of your personality in your life, but you have to be able to take a step back and understand that in order to get back to where you were, you got to give your body time to heal. And then as far as what I'm doing currently, I like being in the gym. I like lifting weights a lot. And then right now I'm currently getting ready to run a marathon or a half marathon here in the spring. So I'm excited for that. Going to do that with a couple of friends. And then as far as my goals for the future, my Nana is the shining example of that. She's really leading the way of what I want my future years to look like. So being able to be out here on the court with her grandchildren, that's incredible. As far as I'm concerned, I want to be like doing stuff like this with my grandchildren and hopefully showing them wrestling moves and stuff like that on the mat. So.
And I think also you're an inherent coach. I mean, you're kind of like your Uncle Don in that, like I've always known you to be a coach.
I don't ask my siblings about how I coach them. They'll tell you I'm I'm tough on them. But I do enjoy coaching, and it's a fun thing to be able to give back to the sport and the activities that you love to do.
But you say that you're tough on him, but I've seen him at a wrestling match with my nephew Mark, and when Mark was down, lost a match, he wanted to talk to you. He was like, I don't want to talk to anybody, just Jack. I just need Jack. So.
Well, in moments like that, yeah, but don't ask him about practices.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thanks, Jack.
Before we traded our paddles in for packing tape and headed west to Big Spring, we had time for one last quick round. There's nothing like watching Don's 85-year-old dad, BC, and my mother hold their own on the court to remind you that age is just a number when the game is this good. Family, pickleball, and a little bit of Texas magic, the perfect send-off for the next big leg of the journey. Welcome to the before, or as I like to call it, the era of questionable decisions. Every room had a distinct personality, mostly one that said, let's just start from scratch. It's amazing what a little delusion and a lot of caffeine can convince you is fixable.
Cue the montage of us covered in drywall and questioning our life choices. There's a specific moment in every renovation where you're 3 layers deep and pulling off a roof and you realize the character is just a code word for this is going to take forever.
But behold, we emerged from the wreckage. It's clean, it's modern, and most importantly, nothing is currently leaking. It's a miracle of modern science, or at least a miracle of high-gloss paint. Let's enjoy the view before I find another project and lose my mind.
This could be your dream come true. A space that's waiting just for you. The walls are ready to hold your story. This could be yours, a home of glory. Close your eyes and see it clear. The life you want is drawing near.
With the house looking like the cute cottage I envisioned and me feeling like $1.50, it was time to make our daring escape from town. But you can't just skip town without checking in with the locals. Before we hit the gas, I cornered my friend David Taylor. I needed to make sure he'd still testify that I'm a decent human being after everything he saw us go through with this house and with my abrupt leave from the veterans home in Big Spring. He witnessed the chaos and somehow agreed to be seen with me in public.
Here we go.
Hello everyone. So we are here in Big Spring, Texas, still traveling to California, and I stopped to say hello to my good friend, Mr. David Taylor. And do you want to tell how we met?
We met in vocational rehabilitation, and our hearts just melded together when we saw each other. This lady here understood my ADHD better than understood my heart. So, yeah, she's special to me.
Yeah, so we became friends, fast friends. We connected over, I got to share my dad's story with him, and you said you kind of resonated with that and kind of felt like you knew my dad and you never met him. So that was nice that we got to share over that and share those stories.
A lot of common ground there with your dad.
So that's life off the court. but still being involved and touching people's lives. And I think that's what resonates so much with Mr. Taylor here, is he has a heart for ministry, a heart for the broken. We were just talking about that. A heart for people that other people overlook.
You do too. You do too. But in your lives, don't prejudge. Don't prejudge people. If you don't know, ask them. Talk to them. Because there's no engagement anymore in today's society. And people just want to be seen and be known that they've been seen. So engage wherever you're at. Engage.
That's a great message, because that's one of our possibilities that we created with our channel, is community and connection. So this is community and connection right here, and I hope that we're friends for many years to come.
Oh, you know we are going to be. Even out in California, you can go out and see my brother.
Yeah.
Out in California. Now he lives in Tustin.
Okay, that's it. Thank you. We'll see you on our next stop, hopefully in Tucson. Okay, you're on video. This is day 2 of packing the truck in Vicksburg with just Dawn and I. Wait, we gotta show this huge, like, tell us about that safe.
Safe, gun safe. We loaded it. It's the 2 of us.
How many times have we loaded that gun safe?
Let's see.
Several.
Several times. And this toolbox, we loaded just the 2 of us.
So promise
No
me.
men, big bulky men helpers.
So promise me next time we'll just hire movers, because
Well, hopefully we have the money to hire movers. I am really sick of moving, so I don't ever want to move again unless I have movers to do it.
Yep, this was
But that
a
has
chore.
not been the case previously in our lives.
And this is called out. Like, we had lots of sales and got rid of a lot of stuff. We're down to this. But we also have to pack this beautiful motorcycle that has to go on a trailer behind the U-Haul. Anything else you want to say about this packing experience?
I'm too old for this shit. I'm gonna say that.
Hopefully we're packing up mattresses now, and we're headed out before lunch soon.
What do you got soon?
Our last morning in Vicksburg. Still, Moxie, are you ready to go? We still have to pack up the bed. But I think you're ready. We've done the South, played the family, and now we're loaded up. Next time, the U-Haul hits the desert. From a sick pup to a house situation we didn't see coming in California. Hit that subscribe button, because you won't believe what happened once we hit the Texas border. We'll see you on the next court, if we make it there.